guys, it's just Marky, and this is Just Gaming. Before I continue, I'd just like to apologize. Guys, I know I have not been uploading videos as often as I would like. I have explained to you guys in the past that, look, this is just a hobby of mine that I like doing, but unfortunately my career does take a lot of my time, and yeah, these videos do tend to take a lot of time to create. It takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of time editing, and yeah, I would really like to upload more often, but unfortunately life keeps happening. I do promise I will try and upload more often, I really do promise that. But yeah, let's get this video started. As you guys could have told from the title of this video, and also from the gameplay that you are seeing in front of you right now, this video is going to be about Spider-Man. Now, I am a really big Marvel fanatic, and Iron Man and Spider-Man are my two favorite heroes of all time. Hopefully I can do a series on Iron Man in future, but we'll see. We'll see. As those of you who know me are aware, I'm an avid gamer, and right now I've been having my time consumed by none other than the latest Spider-Man on PS4. And might I add, I've been enjoying this game so much. Like, this is one of those awesome titles that you can tell was developed by fans of Spider-Man for fans of Spider-Man. The story is awesome, the gameplay is amazing, and the most spectacular part is that every unlockable can be unlocked just by playing. There's no loot crates involved or any special premium suits that you need to pay for, or basically anything that you need to pump real money into the game in order to get the full potential out of it. None of those. The only chargeable thing is the DLC, which isn't even that expensive, and it does add a lot more onto the game, and the game already has so much to offer. At the moment, or at the time of recording, there is currently one DLC, the very first DLC that was released. The DLC package is called The City That Never Sleeps, and the first part of that is called The Heist. It is focused on Black Cat. That is the most that I'm going to say about it. I don't want to include any spoilers, but it does focus around Black Cat, and it does add a lot more story functions, a lot more campaign missions, and a couple of extra suits and things onto the game. So you are basically getting your money's worth. For those of you that really would like to have a really good, it's a lot of reallys, but for those of you who would like an awesome first single player experience, I would definitely advise you to purchase this game. It really is worth it. But in any case, this video isn't about the Spider-Man game at all, actually. Many people have come to me with some questions regarding Spider-Man. Whether it's the origins of Taskmaster, or whether Spider-Man dates Mary Jane, or does he date Gwen Stacy, or who the hell is Miles Morales? I've watched all of the Spider-Man movies portrayed by Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and most recently Tom Holland, and although I loved all of those movies, there are notable differences between each of them, as well as the comics that do tend to cause some confusion. So throughout the video, I'm going to be referring to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man as the first Spider-Man. I'll refer to the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man as the Amazing Spider-Man, and I'll be referring to Tom Holland's version as the Homecoming Spider-Man. There's quite a lot to go through, so leave a like so that I'll know if you liked it, and I will definitely be doing a series on it to continue. And also subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of content. So with that shameless plug out of the way, let's start off with Spider-Man's origins. So we all know that Peter Parker is an orphan living with Aunt May and Uncle Ben. He was an average high school nerd who got bitten by a radioactive spider, which turned him into the hero that we all know and love. Peter was born in Forest Hills in Queens, New York, to Richard and Mary Parker. Richard was a member of the US Army Special Forces, and later he was recruited to the CIA by none other than Nick Fury. Mary was the daughter of an OSS agent. OSS means or is the Office of Strategic Services in America. And she was also a translator and a data analyst for the CIA. So of course, Richard and Mary met one another on the job. They eventually fell in love and they got married. Mary later became a field agent just like Richard, so that they worked together and they used their married status as an undercover ruse. I'm sorry guys, these agents or these things that I'm fighting against, they are really tough. Yeah, in any case, I promise I don't really play that bad. It's just I am busy playing on the ultimate difficulty, which is the hardest level on the game. I'm not complaining because the challenge is actually really fun, but it can get frustrating when you are trying to get 100% completion like myself. In any case, where was I? Yeah, that Mary became a field agent. So they were on a mission together to investigate a friendly power that was captured by a Baroness. And this friendly power turned out to be Logan, aka Wolverine from the X-Men. After rescuing Logan, it was revealed that Mary was pregnant. Logan was actually the very first person to congratulate them on their baby. Due to their careers, their son Peter was often left under the care of Richard's brother, Ben, and his wife, May Parker. Due to their careers, this was it was unavoidable. They obviously couldn't look after Peter themselves. And one day, while on a mission to investigate Albert Malik, who was the third Red Skull, Malik hired an assassin called the Finisher. I'm sorry, I cut off there. I knew I was gonna die. Yeah, he hired an assassin called the Finisher to sabotage their plane, causing it to crash. And obviously, they died in this crash. I'm just gonna try. Maybe a different suit will help. I don't like this one. Yeah, let's do the Iron Spider suit. All the suits come with different suit powers, but like you can mix and match them. I'll just use the Iron suit. The Iron suit's normal power. It's those legs. I'll just add some mods, increase my defense. Oh, sorry, I'm losing track of what I'm saying. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the plane crashed due to that. Now, guys, this is the actual canon based off of the source material of Spider-Man, and which is obviously the comics. But this is also the first of many reasons I decided to make this video. In this day and age, many of you might not even read books or comics, and you probably get all of your intel from the movies. And well, in this case, you may notice some differences. For instance, in all of the movies, we are told that Richard and Mary died in a plane crash. But in the first Spider-Man movies, not much is said about them at all. In the Amazing Spider-Man movies, though, which is kind of my favorite take on it, Richard and Mary were scientists that worked on breakthrough cross-species research. And in this instance, the spider that bit Peter was part of this research and apparently could only turn Peter into Spider-Man because it held Richard's genetic data within it. It isn't directly said, but it is implied that because of Richard's genetic data in the spider, if the spider bit anyone else, it probably wouldn't have ended the same way. Yeah. In Homecoming, though, once more we hear nothing from the parents, but this could have purposely been done as to help portray Tony Stark as a father figure, as Uncle Ben also already appears to be deceased during the time of the movies. In any case, Peter grew up to be quite a smart, spectacle-wearing high school nerd, an isolated, unpopular kid who got bullied quite often. He lived with his aunt and uncle in a lower middle-class household, and while attending a science exhibit, Peter was bitten by a spider who accidentally received a dose of radioactivity. The spider apparently died or got killed after this event, thus the event cannot be replicated. Peter then noticed some changes, as we all know, but other than the easily noticeable changes to his body and his vision, etc., he received a range of abilities similar to our eight-legged friends. One of those changes was the ability to stick to surfaces. This ability is present in the comics as well as all of the movies. His spider sense is also present in all of the material, and as sort of sixth sense, it allows him to sense danger before it occurs. In the first Spider-Man movies, he has the ability to shoot webs from his wrists. We never see the webs coming out, but there seems to be some sort of weird, like white webby things on his wrists that allow some sort of biologically created web fluid to eject from his wrists. According to the source material, though, this is not one of the abilities he inherited from the Spider. Instead, as Peter Parker is a genius, he used his knowledge in chemistry to create an artificial high-strength biodegradable web fluid that shoots out from the web cartridges of his own creation. These web cartridges are installed in web shooters that he mounts on his wrists. The Amazing Spider-Man and the Homecoming Spider-Man actually got this right, with the addition of the Homecoming Spider-Man being able to use modified types of webs that he can cycle through, courtesy of the suit that Tony Stark made for him. This falls properly in line with the Ultimate Spider-Man source material. His super strength and agility are also displayed throughout all of the cinematic movies, where Spider-Man is often seen lifting and holding things many times his weight. There were actually some very, very breathtaking scenes in the first, I think it was the second movie from Tobey Maguire where he stopped the train. It was really heart-wrenching, and yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going off topic. But in any case, in the first movie, Peter uses his newfound power to take down a wrestler, with the hopes of buying a sports car with the prize money and impressing Mary Jane Watson, a girl he's had a crush on since he was a very young boy. The guy who was supposed to pay him fobs him off, and when Peter explains it, the guy tells him that it isn't his problem. The guy who was supposed to pay him immediately basically gets robbed with all of his money, and Peter lets the thief go, repeating the guy's own words against him, telling him that it's not his problem. This bit of revenge tastes sweet until he finds out that the guy that he allowed to escape hijacked and killed Uncle Ben for a getaway vehicle. Yeah. In The Amazing Spider-Man, a similar fate occurs as Peter attempts to purchase a drink at the store, but the store owner refuses to help him out with a couple of pennies that he was short. A robber then proceeds to rob the store and gives Peter the drink that he wanted to buy so that Peter will allow him to leave. He then finds out that the robber killed Uncle Ben when Ben tried to stop him from escaping. So, in the source material, it's really similar. It has the same outcome, but in the source material, Peter used his newfound power to become a wrestler and later becomes a TV star. After one of his TV appearances, he sees a guard chasing down a thief, but he refuses to assist as he felt that it's not his duty to stop criminals. Once he got home, he was told by a policeman though that their house had been burgled and Uncle Ben got killed trying to stop the burglar. Out of rage, he put on his suit and he hunts down the burglar, only to find out in horror that it was the same burglar that he refused to stop. As a result of the circumstance, Peter felt personally responsible for Uncle Ben's death and decided that he would fight crime to atone. The last page of that particular comic book reads, "With great power also comes great responsibility." It appeared to be an epiphany that he realized on his own, but later it was actually said that these were words that Uncle Ben used to tell him before he died. It's also notable just to mention that this is a quote from the late Albert Einstein. With great power comes great responsibility. Peter did not kill the burglar, but vengeance was served when the burglar returned to the Parker residence for more cash, and he got a heart attack when he realized that Peter Parker is the resident and also Spider-Man. Guys, I think I'm going to stop here. That is basically covering the origin of Spider-Man. Guys, if you'd like me to continue this, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely continue. Maybe next time we can speak about the different Spider-Men that are in existence, his love life and things like that. So tell me what you guys want to know more about. In any case, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that you guys enjoyed this, and peace. Take care.